Hello, I'm Steve. Welcome to the Patio Heat channel, where we provide visual concepts of infrared heating as well as tips for outdoor comfort. Send your request into designs@patioheat.com for your personalized recommendations. Our one-on-one customer support helps you make the best decisions for your application. We strive to earn your business. Visit our patioheat.com website for sales and more information. Now let's get heating. All right, so here we have this residential, it's kind of an enclosed patio. So you can see we have some doors that open and close here, and we have some doors that open and close here. It also is an add-on to an existing patio that's back in here. Now, I'm not quite sure if they are interested in heating up this area over here. There is a fireplace over here, so I'm going to assume at this point that that is not the area that they're looking at. But in any case, we're going to just kind of concentrate in over here. Let's go ahead and look at the overall dimensions. First of all, you can see that here's the floor plan that I received, and it has some of the elevations as well. But let's go ahead. I'm going to turn off the doors, and I'm going to turn off the floor plan right now, and then go ahead and look at the dimensions. So the overall dimensions, you can see here, I have at 14 feet, 25 feet this direction, and then I have a height of this top of the wall here at 9 feet off the finished floor. You can see it's open beam ceiling up here, and you can see there's some, I'm going to call them ceiling joists, or maybe ceiling, joists that are going across here. I have them at 5 foot center to center, so from here to here at 5 foot, and each one is 5 foot center to center. Now, they could be offset a little bit, but what I did do is I started with a unit in the center of the overall 25 foot distance, and then I moved each unit to the left and right of it. These are Infratech slimline units, so these are 4,000 watt units. Now, the reason I'm choosing a 4,000 watt unit is because this is a, like I said before, area that can be completely enclosed. And on an enclosed patio, in a very well protected patio, you're not going to need as much heat output as you would if it was completely open. And even this one here, even with the doors open, we have this wall here with a window. So it's a very well protected patio from the elements. So I would go with the 4,000 watt unit. Now, if you were inclined to keep this patio open during cooler months of the year where there's a lot of wind movement going through here, then you might go ahead and consider a 6,000 watt unit in place of these 4,000 watt units. But you would definitely want to have a control system if that is the case. So that means you'd need to have a control box placed somewhere over here, a control switch over here somewhere, and then that wiring from the control box goes to each unit separately in order to manage that. But in this case here, 4,000 watt units, you can have them on individual switches. You could turn the two on the outside on, you could turn the middle one and this front one on, or just the set on one on, obviously. And that could very well regulate the amount of heat that you're looking for. You can slide open and close your doors so that there's less wind movement, things of that nature as well. So, but in any case, these are 4,000 watt units. Again, center, and then let's go ahead and look at the distances I have from each other, because of the fact that they are these beams are coming across here. What I have is I have this particular heater here at 8 inches of clearance above the heater. So the bottom edge of the heater is at the same elevation as the bottom of the beam itself. And let's go ahead and look at that clearance here. So here's our clearance. We need that 6-inch clearance, and the OEM bracket that comes with the heater is only 6 inches out. So I'm putting on the extended 6-inch, which gives you a 12-inch long bracket. And you can see that with a 12-inch, you have a little bit excess clearance area, so that's fine. And the same is true over here. Let's go ahead and look at this one. Again, we need a minimum from this edge here to this edge here of 6 inches. And the bracket, the extended bracket that I'm recommending that you use, gives you that full clearance that you need. Now you must put the heater so that its elevation is the same elevation as the bottom of these cross beams here. The lower clearance below, you can see here, we have 18 inches to the left and right, front and back, and then 36 inches down below. So it looks like we are going to be able to meet all clearances here, even the top clearance here with these ceiling rafters coming up here. No problem at all with regards to this beam being utilized to mount the heater, and the fact that I have it at 9 foot off the finished floor. So let's go ahead and look at the footprint of heat. So you can see the footprint of heat. You know, there's a bar stool seating possibly over here. Now I'm not quite sure if this is going to be a, you know, a countertop, or is it going to be like a you know, just a bar section that I have it here. But you can see that you're in that ray, and with a 4,000 watt unit above you on a bar stool seating height, I would, even with a 4,000 watt unit, I would recommend a control system on that, because you're going to be way too hot. If this is a bar stool seating area over here with a 4,000 watt above you. Now you could just change this to 3,000 watts and then you utilize this as a 4,000 and this a 4,000. But sitting another, you know, roughly a foot higher than either table chairs, a table, or maybe a lounge, couch, something of that nature. That extra foot higher puts you closer to the intensity of the heater, and you will feel that much more intense. So again, either a control system at least on the one, or maybe all three, and or a 3,000 watt at the end here above that, the bar stool seating area, and two 4,000s on this side here. But I think this is going to be a good output of heat. The other thing I should mention over here is, yeah, you're going to have to come up with, let me go ahead and turn these off. You're going to have to come up with some sort of way to mount the units. Now, maybe you could just take a, you know, piece of bar steel, put it something like this, move it up so that it's at the same elevation as this. Come up with another maybe 2 inches, something of that nature, and then have that bar come across, and we'll just go all the way over to the edge here just as an example, and we'll go ahead and do that over here. You can see I'm off the top of here, so sorry about that, but in any case, you'll have to go with some sort of bracket above here. Let me see if I can change this here slightly just to give you an example. You know, something like this. Come over here, and then, you know, maybe put something below this to make it at the right elevation. So something you're going to have to figure out on how to accomplish this up here. But in any case, these heaters are less than 18 pounds a piece. And then the last thing, again, I should just mention is, if you decide you really want to have much more heat up there, you know, you could go with maybe a 6,000 watt unit, but you got to use a control system with it. 6,000 watt units at this elevation would be awfully hot. Let's go ahead and see if I can throw one up here for you. Let's see. Okay, here we go. So this would be, this would be a 6,000 watt unit. And again, you need to maintain that that clearance here. So I'm going to go ahead and just place it here as a simple example, but it would have to have that minimum of 6 inches of clearance from the edge. It'd have to be at the same elevation, and you can see here with that, I'm going to go ahead and delete this one here for a moment and go ahead and turn on the ray so you can see what this footprint of heat, you know, the footprint of heat is really designed for a 10-foot elevation height. You know, from left to right here, it's about the same coverage, but it's much more intense. If you're sitting right here on a bar stool, you would be way too hot. within just a few minutes of sitting underneath this heater. So again, you can use the 6,000 watt units if you put a control system in the application, but I would still, again, stick with the 4,000 watt units. I think that would be the most beneficial for this application, and especially with the fact that you can close these doors again. I think that's a very good option here. So, all right, well, I hope this has helped. If you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating application and you'd like us to review your plans, send your information into designs@patioheat.com. I'm Steve. Please tap that like button if you find this video useful. We don't advertise, not monetize. YouTube does not promote our channel in any way unless we receive a thumbs up from our viewers. We truly appreciate that. Thank you so much. Have an excellent day.